Carmen, what an interesting story there. I've never heard of that before, but I wonder when you're checking out at the register, you know that watch she had on, red is bad for you. Can you still buy it? Can you cheat the system, or you have to go back and get something else?
Yeah, I think it's just a guide. I think it may not yell at you per se for buying something that you're not supposed to, but I know it would probably yell at me sometimes. But we won't even get into that on that one. No. It's a foggy night out there. I'll tell you what, that's one thing that would be flashing red at us if we were worried about the weather tonight. That's the one thing we are keeping an eye on as we move forward here. Take a look as we look down towards Johnson City. Again, it almost looks like a haze, but that's just the mist and fog that continues to be out there. Part of that reason, again, look at that temperature, 40 degrees at this hour. Again, it's just warm out there, to say the least. Look at the 30s here in Lyle Green and Sydney, but you're still holding on to the 40s in a good number of locations. Again, these temperatures are going to keep declining by a few degrees every hour or so, but either way you slice it, it is continuing to be warm out there. And you see the smattering of cloud cover that is over the eastern part of the United States. Again, we had a weak storm system pass by earlier on today that brought us some rainfall. Things are quiet now. The high clouds are to our south, but again, those low clouds remain in place tonight, along with that fog and mist that's out there, and the warm temperatures melting what's left of that snow just adds to the moisture in the atmosphere and continues to create those lower visibilities. That's why for the rest of the night, we can expect that, something to keep an eye out for as we go into your Saturday morning. And we still have those low clouds around in the morning time tomorrow, but then high pressure does finally dry us out enough to where we get some sunshine into the afternoon. The timing of the rainfall arriving on Sunday backed up a little bit. We're looking more like the dinner hours when some of those showers will begin to arrive. Then it'll become steadier overnight Sunday nights, and there is some uncertainty with this storm system as to whether or not we see some freezing rain out there. But notice again those low clouds continuing to persist tonight into the morning tomorrow right over the Twin Tiers. They start to break up gradually as we approach the lunch hour, starting to clear out first in northeastern PA, and then we see that clearing as we head towards the dinner hour tomorrow. And we don't catch much of a break. High clouds continue onward as we go into your Sunday morning. Then notice that storm starts to arrive. Maybe a few showers in the middle of the afternoon for northeastern Pennsylvania, but the rest of us start to see that into the evening. And notice that pink popping up over towards the Catskills. We'll talk about that in just a second. But as far as rainfall totals go right now, these have been bumped down a bit for Sunday and Monday. Only about a half an inch to an inch of rainfall. Certainly manageable, especially since we've had very little activity over the last week here across the Twin Tiers. And we are certainly going to see that steady rainfall with this system. But again, this freezing rain, it just popped up in the models today. And could we see any accumulating ice with this? Well, we're going to continue to track that as we go into your Saturday, get more data, and we'll know for sure if we're going to see that ice threat potentially over the Catskills. But for now, things are continuing to be quiet and warm. Notice we're still in the 30s, right around the freezing mark tomorrow morning. Then trying to warm up, that sunshine should help a little bit. We'll get back to the upper 30s tomorrow afternoon, and then we're looking at upper 20s by Sunday morning before back into the 40s on Sunday afternoon. So 33 tonight. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to feel damp, and that fog and mist is going to continue throughout the night tonight here. And there's that rainfall again Sunday into Monday. Watching that ice threat on Sunday night to our east, but things quieting down by New Year's Day.
So let me get this straight. For this weekend, the only time it's going to be clear is Saturday night.
Yes, not when we really have that much sunshine. We might catch it around 3 or 4 o'clock, but Twin Tiers, wintertime, lots of clouds.
First day off on Monday, and it's going to be raining. All right.